Hey, I get to talk to Chris Leben. If you don't know who Chris is, then fuck you. Alright. What sparked your interest in fighting?
My modeling career wasn't working out too well, so had to make it. No, honestly, I did various martial arts through grade school. Did some wrestling in middle school. Started boxing in middle school. Wrestled through high school, and after high school, I wasn't exactly college bound. So I got a job. I started selling cars, and my brother calls me and he says, "Hey, Matt Lilland and Randy Couture are kicking the shit out of each other in the back of this car lot." It's like, what? I'm on my way. So I shot over there, and that was actually a team quest in the very, very beginning. Really one of the only MMA gyms around at that time, and I think I was the 12th student ever. But yeah, I missed it after high school. I missed the camaraderie of having a team. I missed the physical fitness of training, and I missed competition. Those were all things that I didn't know it, but I was craving. So as soon as I found Team Quest, I was there every day. I was hooked.
Nice. Alright, sweet. Alright, so you've had a bunch of fights. So do you have say you're about to fight, they called your name, you're about to walk out. Is there certain things that you want to be thinking and certain things you want to be feeling, or mindset you want to have?
I look at, my coach, Randy Couture, always, he referred to it as a calm intensity, like a controlled explosion. So backstage, everybody gets nervous, and I think it's how you interpret those nerves that make the difference. I look at it as, yeah, I'm sweating. Yes, my senses are heightened. Yeah, I peed like 10 times. That's my body fucking preparing for battle. That's me preparing to go to war. And when I'm backstage and then when I'm on deck, I continually remind myself that I did the work. I put in the time. I'm in the best possible shape, and I make sure that, if I didn't pull any punches in my training camp, and I'm in the best possible condition, the fight should be no problem. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do my absolute, win or lose, I'm going to do my absolute best. There's nothing worse than fighting and going, well, I could have, or I would have, or I should have, So for me, the sense that you have before you walk out starts months ahead of time. It starts in training camp. It starts at the gym. It starts with your diet. And if you do all those things right, when you're on deck and you're getting ready to go out, at that point the work is really done. All you're doing now is just pulling the trigger. And that's how I look at it.
That's a good answer, and a few coaches have had that answer about how the attitude and the how you feel in a few minutes that after the fight depends on what you've done for months prior.
That's 100%, and trust me, they haven't all been perfect, and I found that when I slacked and I found myself nervous before I went out to the fight, and I knew I didn't have 5 rounds in me. Guess what?
Today,
I didn't have 5 rounds in me. Guess what? I didn't even have to go 5 rounds. Because that fight didn't last long. When I do the work, I always perform well.
nice.
Simple as that. You do the work, you're going to do well.
So have you had some fights where you couldn't find that mental spot, and it's mostly because you didn't do the work, you slacked off somewhere, something like that?
At points, yeah, definitely. A battle for me has always been, and I think for everybody, is not just inside the cage, but it's the battle outside the cage. That's the real battle. Everything that a fighter has to do, everything that a fighter has to put on hold, everything that goes to when you're training for a fight, you have to put your whole entire life in it.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to focus on one thing and one thing only. You got to make sure you're eating right. You got to make sure you're getting your sleep. You got to make sure you've got the right training partners. There's been times when I had to drive 50 miles here, 100 miles there, the same day to get the right kind of training that I need. That's what it takes, though. You have to be excessive. If you want to do well in the sport, you've got to be excessive. There's nothing normal about being extraordinary. There's nothing, you can't have a normal life. You can't expect to. You either put everything into it, and you get everything out. If you half-ass into it, you're going to get half-ass out. Ryan, I'm Chris. We're 2 coaches here at the arena. And Kevin, we're going to do a technique for you. It's a basic takedown on the cage. When I do a takedown on the cage, far easier and a lot less work than when I'm out in the open. And in particular for MMA, a lot safer. We all saw what happened to Ben Askren. That can happen to anybody. So, if I have my opponent pressed up against the cage, 1, he can't knee me in the face, and 2, he certainly can't sprawl. The first thing I want to make sure that my position is good. So I like to go underhook, controlling here, bicep tie, and what's real important is I want to get my head up underneath his jaw here. This really makes his lower body weak, and it also causes him to think about how uncomfortable he is, right? Which keeps his mind off my technique. So now, the first one I'm going to do, all I'm going to do is I'm going to drive my leg in between his. I'm going to pull on his tricep as I walk my leg out. No. Just breaking his posture. Now, my right hand is going to drop down to his hip here. I'm going to walk around here. So my head is pressing in his jaw. This hand drops down to the ankle. And I push and pull the leg. And it's easy on a wall, but it's even easier if we do this on a cage, because in the octagon, the cage has bounce to it. So I can use that to my advantage. So again, I'm here. First thing I want to do is break this posture. I drop my hand to the hip, cut my ankle. Now when I'm here, as I bounce, I pull that leg out. Comes right down, I can pass the leg, and start to land punches. Ryan, I'm Chris, and there's your technique.